I'll send you a copy.
Hey everybody, it's B Diz the Rockstar, part of SuperObvious. In this video, we're talking about how Gale started the Ghostface murders in Scream and how all of this is her fault. Let's go.
What do we do?
So as you know, Gale is a reporter in Woodsboro, and it's all about getting that story to make her famous and rich. And she really doesn't care about who she steps on or how this can affect and ruin a person's life and reputation. In the original Scream, when she first meets Dewey, she can tell that he likes her, and she uses that to make it seem like she likes him too. But she is actually staying close to him because he is the deputy of the town and knows, since he is in law enforcement, he will pretty much get any updates first on Ghostface attacks, murders, any news on who the Ghostfaces are, and she will have the exclusive info to drop her story first, beating all the other reporters by a mile. She is basically using Dewey as an inside source for her to beat all her competition. During the party at Stu's house, we see her smiling in Dewey's face and then not when getting the camera from Kenny to put in the house for surveillance, and then pretend smile again once her and Dewey are looking at each other. She is so fake and shady. Throughout the movies, Dewey calls her a bunch of names like selfish, cold, and a bunch of other names, which is all true. A theory about Gale is that somehow she had a source and knew that Billy and Stu were the ones who killed Maureen Prescott, and before the events of the first Scream started, she made a deal with them, and the deal was that she would help them get Sidney, if in return, Gale gets to seem like the hero trying to save Sid, no longer having Cotton Weary as the suspect who killed Maureen, also stopping further murders, and all this would happen on the anniversary of Maureen's death. Obviously, Billy and Stu didn't stick by this deal because they killed a whole bunch of other people since Maureen in the original Scream movie. I feel like this theory is a stretch, but it's also really not, especially if you think about how ruthless Gale was in the original. Especially, she seems like she would do anything to get a story. Even clearing Cotton's name is just a part to make the sales of her book skyrocket. Also, giving her more stuff to write about in her next book. Her writing about the Woodsboro murders in her books did backfire because even though it could have taken Gale's name and reputation to the next level, her books did influence future Ghostfaces, which resulted in so many people being attacked and killed. And all this started from Gale wanting fame and didn't care who it affected. She even wrote another book, which included talking about the death of Dewey, who was killed in 5 after she promised others like Sid, Tara, and Sam that she wouldn't. Even someone that we loved so much as Dewey, who was her best friend and long-term significant other, she just had to write about this very emotional event because she sucks. In my opinion, she isn't as bad as she was in the original, but I wouldn't say you were wrong if you thought she is just as bad, if not worse. Some irony would be that in 7, if her caring so much about a new book or an exclusive story that she is working on is the reason she gets killed. Maybe in 7, she is done with journalism and being a reporter, especially after nearly dying in 6. But in 7, when the Ghostface attacks and murders start again, she can't fight the temptation and goes back to her ways of being a reporter again. And the new Ghostfaces finish what the previous ones failed to do, and that's kill Gale, one of the last legacy OG characters. I have a video talking about in 7 how both Kirby and Gale will not survive the movie, and if I had to pick which one of them is going to die out of the two, it's going to be Gale. I also have a video talking about how Gale's role could be in Scream 7, so check it out. But yeah, that's the video. Let me know in the comments how you feel about all these Ghostface attacks starting from Gale, and they just keep happening because she has to keep putting out books and stories for her to get famous, but it's influencing new Ghostfaces over and over again. Also, do you think Gale is going to still be alive after Scream 7? Like and share the video, subscribe to support the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Totally for sure.